A minute early.
A minute?
Just said so.
I hope that doesn't confuse anybody. Are we?
That leaves it wide open, doesn't it?
That's a bad idea.
11 o'clock says So Many Creations is live now.
There we are. Look at that. Right
Your
on
phone
time.
says 11. Mine is still 10:59.
No, it says 10:59.
Oh.
It says So Many Creations is live now.
Okay.
We came early, guys.
Perfect. I can hear me. We're good.
Is anybody else here?
Judy Brown's here.
Oh, I can definitely hear me.
Yep.
I'm going to keep this barrier up.
Smith.
It hides everything.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Sue Smith, who just won a free batting. Congratulations.
How'd she win free batting?
On the log cabin video.
Oh, yesterday.
Yes, not from us. We don't have batting. I don't do quilt stuff. I mean, I do. I do in theory, but not actually. So we started a few seconds early because we missed you, and you guys obviously missed us because I got a lot of comments last week. I was half laughing and half just so completely blown away by everybody going, "No, you're not on." It was really sweet. So there were a couple of funny crying emojis. There was a poop emoji. There was a lot. Yes. So
Goodness, we're getting a whole proof.
is everybody here?
My goodness.
Well, if you weren't here last week, neither were we. So congratulations. Literally everything was perfect on Thursday, and on Friday our router died. And we have two routers. We have two different Wi-Fi's here. Wi-Fi's here. The good one died. The bad one was still here, and the bad one has such bad reception that we did not think you guys would like the video because it would probably blurp out a lot. So if you were looking for me on YouTube or on Facebook, that is why. I did announce it on Facebook, but I know that not everybody watches it there. Some of you are watching this, and it's Monday for you because it's on YouTube. So that's all. So
We missed you guys, too.
we missed you
Everybody
guys.
say missed you.
Yes. And so I have a whole bunch of stuff to show you guys. I'm just going to show you this fabric real quick because it's in my way. I put it here. This was the stuff that I had tried to show everybody last week, but it didn't work because the video wouldn't upload. Yes.
Katie wants to know. She goes, a quick question before you start.
Oh, yep.
Do you have any Diva wallets on display with directional fabric? I'm looking to see the backs.
No, I do not. If you're doing a Diva with directional, I would put a seam in the middle so that it's upright on both sides. And I have done that in the past, but I know that I don't have one here. I don't know what happened to a lot of my Diva wallet samples. I have no idea.
There might be some buried in over there.
There's too much space, but not enough space. So
Too much stuff.
there's too much. No, there's not.
Yeah,
there's never too much stuff.
That you should.
Someday we'll go through and find the samples.
Marlene. Shh. Okay, so
Check them out. They can see different things.
why would we do that? Okay, so welcome back to Friday where we do nothing, but you guys think it's funny. So let me get rid of these fabrics. No, it was not. It was not. I'm just trying to make sure that this video is not 3 hours long, which it could easily be.
Got to make up for last week.
This morning, we got our final bolt of Robert Kaufman canvas. How long have we been waiting for this? I don't know why this little guy was lurking and did not want to come in, but it is on the website. It's the canvas in natural. This is the same canvas that I used on, is it in camera? It might not be. The Liana with all the embroidery. This is the canvas that I used. So that is on the website. That you did not know about last week.
All the way to their left.
All the way to, oh yes. That way. I did try to show these to you guys. I did post a picture. Facebook, for some reason, or Wi-Fi, or both, just decided that I wasn't allowed to post my 2.5-minute video. I could only have a minute video. And somebody said, can we see the rest? And I was like, what are you talking about? I showed you everything. Do you know something I don't know? Yeah, the video got cut off. So just real quick, I'll show you again what we got in. We got the black background Rosa. Is this Rosa? I think it's called Rosa. It's from Garden Party. It's on the website. This one's really pretty. So it has the black with the like blush and salmon color and pretty blues and teals and a little bit of an olive color. That's on the website. Marlene is currently injured, so she's on light duty. But that doesn't mean she doesn't have a surprise for you guys.
Yeah.
We got nutmeg. Nutmeg looks nice with Quarry Trail, which I couldn't remember in the video. Now I know what the name of it is. So you didn't need to see the whole 2.5-minute video. I messed it up anyway. We have, no, not steel. Granite, because we also have steel. So we have granite. Yes, we have okra, which to me reminds me of a creamsicle. It's like a peachy,
Yeah, it does look like a creamsicle.
a little bit of a yellow peachy. I think it's neutral. So don't think like, oh, it's peach, it's orange. It's a neutrally peachy orange creamsicle. Yes, that's what it's called. Neutral peachy orange creamsicle. We have red. Even though red is not my favorite color, I really do like it. And it's called red, and it is red. So thank you, Robert Kaufman. That was an easy one. And last but not least, Cadet. I love this.
I do too.
It's just a really pretty light blue. So we have a lot of blues in the canvases. I feel like almost every canvas has blue in it. Almost all of them. And so this works really nicely with a lot of those.
And I'm going to answer Katie because she said okra. Is that what you said? Yes, that's what she said.
Is
okra.
Is that wrong? Is
No,
it?
that's right.
Oh, okay.
That's correct.
Yeah, Ochre. Okra.
Right.
Ochre. Macaroni and cheese.
O-C-H-R-E?
Yeah.
That's ochre.
Oh,
That's not okra.
Okra's a vegetable.
Okra's a vegetable.
O-K-R-A.
O-C-H-R-E is ochre. Sorry.
week after week they try to make me smarter, and I just keep fighting it. It's ochre.
Cook her up some okra.
Ochre?
And the red is red. It's not pink.
It's actually
even though it's
red.
pink on camera.
Yes. I don't know. I don't know anything. Okay, anyway.
So we've got O-H-K-U-R-R. Ochre.
What do you want from me? I do the best I can. English isn't my first language. It is, but it's just not my best language. So, just as a reminder.
A lot of people are telling you how to pronounce ochre.
Okay, you guys. Listen, news flash for everybody, including these two. I'm not perfect, and I'm not the smartest. I'm not the brightest bulb here, but I do the best I can. Ochre, okra, peachy orange creamsicle. I don't care what you call it. It's pretty. That's all I have to say. Okay, there. I added more stuff to the pop-up sale page. I'm ignoring them. I'm especially ignoring Barb. I'm just done. I'm
I missed
over.
last week. I need to talk.
Time out. No.
You always need to talk.
Oh my God. Lord help me.
We love you, Jess.
Oh my God. I love you too. That's why you're still here. No. They're wonderful, but yes, you guys are all more than welcome to make fun of me and how I say things because I'm from New York and that's how I pronounce things.
See, I'm from Connecticut, so. Right now, here we
So if you go to the pop-up sale page on the website, not an actual pop-up sale, but the pop-up sale page, we added some more corks. We had a team meeting. We decided to get rid of some of the corks. They're still great quality. They're still beautiful, but we need room, a lot of room. And until my landlord decides to build me my own office, expanding this office, Bill, if you're watching, I'd love to like break that wall down and go back, but that's up to you. Or maybe we'll just have to kick Lon out from upstairs and we'll just take the upstairs, whatever. I did add some more stuff there because we are trying to make room, and I'm trying to be sensical and not hang on to things just because. So for your purchasing pleasure, all of these fairly new, but not selling, fat quarter bundles of Tulip Pink True Colors are on the website. Each one has 16 pieces. They are $20 a piece. There's 3 of each and 4 of one of them. If you want them, buy them soon. Once they're gone, I will not restock them. Nothing wrong with them, but they're just not selling. They take up room, and they would look prettier in your house than here. So, get out. And if you would like Barb, we're selling her as well. Cheap, dirt cheap. So there is cork on there, there's still chains, and there is fabric. And yes, I have a list of other things that I need to get on top of, but I have a stupid daytime job now, and my boss makes me work a lot. And he's my husband, and I don't think that's fair. That's all I have to say. So let's see. I'm crossing things off. Thank you, Marianne Lundy. I'm not going to tell you guys why, but she knows why. Thank you, Marianne Lundy. You did me a giant, giant, giant favor, and I just wanted to say thank you. And let's see here. I write things down because I can't remember anything. A couple of little housekeeping things, just reminders, just friendly reminders. There are rules in the group for a reason. Please post so many creations type things. We are a support group for so many creations. So I can't have other things on there that don't have anything to do with so many creations, just because it's my group and I get to make up those rules. So I'm sorry if you don't like them, but that is how it is. The rules are very clearly stated, and you actually are supposed to read them before you sign up and tell me that you agree to them. So I'm just a little reminder. We now have like 812 members, so I know there's a lot of you that don't really know me, or that just, kind of found me. Maybe you found me on YouTube. So welcome. We are friendly. We are happy. But like I said, we are a support group. We are the place for you to have happy things. Like, here's a picture. What'd you post not that long ago? Another tablet sleeve? And Marlene and Barb and I, we all post in there. I posted something this morning that a friend made who's not on Facebook. We're trying very desperately to encourage her.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous. But everybody just wants to say, where'd you get the fabric? How did you put that together? That's beautiful. It's awesome. So if you need a little pat on the back, that is the place to do it. You are welcome to post on the page, but not everyone's going to see that. So just make sure you're in the group when you're actually posting, and join the group if you're not part of it. Classes. Just a couple of quick things about classes. I did update and add a few more classes. A couple of people had asked me about some things. I did add another beginner class, and the beginner, we're calling it like a part 2. So there is another tourist tote bag class. There's a Diva wallet class. I was talking to the ladies last weekend. Was it last? It was last weekend. Whew, everything is a blur. In the tourist tote bag class, and they said, how come you don't have other beginner things? Because I forget about it, because I'm so used to being here in New York, in this area, and people saying, oh, we've already made that, we want the next thing, we don't need a beginner class. I forget that you guys are not all here, that virtual means you can log in from anywhere. So I'm trying to accommodate everybody and trying to get a variety of days, times, classes, and all that. The earliest that I do start is 10:45. Our time, Eastern New York time, because I just don't want to teach until 8 o'clock at night. So I'm sorry if you're West Coast, but you will have to log in at 7:45. But hey,
I want her to teach it.
no, you don't want me to teach at night. I'm not good. But hey, you're just logging in on screen. Nobody even has to look at you. You don't. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. So
I was just saying,
you can sew in your PJs.
Or naked.
How many times?
naked.
Or naked. That is discouraged at most quilt shops. So you don't, and listen, you do what you need to do. As long as I only have to see this, you can do anything you want from there down. So just saying. When you sign up for a class, when you click on the listing on the website, which is on the virtual classes page, the tab should be right up at the top. Give it a look. Just make sure that you understand what prep work is required of you. There is prep work that I would also normally ask you to do, but there's a lot of not a lot. There's extra prep work because we have a limited time, and it's very different when it's not hands-on. I feel like I teach the same, but the approach is different because I'm not there, talking to you in person. I can't walk over and say, it's okay that you're a little behind, do this next. So just make sure that you do your prep work. It's mostly cutting, fusing. You might have to cut out with templates, or at least get your templates cut out. Get your zipper pulls on. Zipper pulls are not something that most of you want to do on the spot.
You'll forget.
You get a little overwhelmed, a little distracted. I couldn't do it in front of people for a long time. Get your zipper pulls on, get your zippers ready. So if you have to, take your time or struggle a little, do it on your own time, then you're ready. And you're going to need to top stitch your handles. I don't ask you to do hardware without me. That's included in the class, but make sure that your handles are ready to go, because top stitching just takes a long time, and it's probably one of the fussiest things that we all want to take our time doing. So I've asked you to do that ahead of time. If anything doesn't make sense, just send me an email. That's all. So I do all my prep work, you do yours, the class runs smoothly, and everybody's happy. So that's all. I just wanted to, just a reminder, because we have had a lot of people signing up that I haven't talked to before. So there's some names on my list that I don't know, and I'm kind of excited to meet new people. So it's exciting. So I don't know what's happening with my phone, but somebody wants me. Not now, I'm busy. Okay, where do we want to go? Well, quick note, somebody had asked yesterday about Decoville Light. It was on the website. It is gone. It goes that quickly. We had 10 bolts not that long ago. They are gone. I do have 10 more bolts on order, but we still don't have a ship date. It's just the way that it's been, and actually the last batch that we got in, they never changed the ship date. They just randomly showed up one day. So we don't know if they're going to show up today or a month from now. As soon as I get it, I will upload it. I will let you guys know, but it is out again. So I'm sorry about that. Decoville Light, as Charlie said, is like a unicorn, and you just can't find it. You can find heavy, but you can't find light. So let me see here, because we have some fun stuff to look at. Let's see. I told you about that. The post that I put up a couple days ago, or over the weekend, I don't remember, it might have been Sunday, with a bunch of random stuff in it, is Amazon stuff that I've been shopping for. I've been doing a lot of testing. A couple weeks ago, we talked about Scotchgard and Eau de Coat, and we're talking about edge paint coming up. We're talking about vinyl, all different things. I have been doing a lot of shopping, testing some things out, trying some products. I just wanted to let you guys know some of the things that I had ordered. I don't have answers on my opinions of those things yet, but I'm working on them for coming weeks. If there's something you want, tell me. If there's something you're interested in, please just know that just because I test it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to carry it. There are certain things that just fit, and there are certain things that just are, for fun and maybe something that I don't personally want, but I'm testing them for you. Now with doing all this virtual stuff, I kind of get to be a bag maker again instead of just a business owner, which is kind of fun. But if it doesn't fit in with, our space, our shipping, our aesthetic, I may not carry it. And I will tell you if I am or not. So don't think you're missing anything. I'm just kind of testing some stuff out. And I got something else that my husband ordered for me that I'm hoping I get to play with this weekend. He bought me a new present. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Oh,
okay, fine. So and this has nothing to do with anything except it's just for fun. My husband bought me a laser engraver to try out on Cork and stuff. I have no idea how it works. I haven't taken it out of the box. I opened the box and I closed it because I was like, you're busy. You cannot play with this right now. Do not take it out, because I would have gotten completely overwhelmed. Hopefully this weekend, I'm going to take it out and see. And it's nothing that any of us need, but why not? It's just fun. And
my God, that'll be cool.
I'm home and I get to play with things. So why not? So
Jess is my friend. I would play with it too.
well, that is the thing, because one of the things I want to show you guys today, I let them borrow whatever I have. So, when I get new toys, they essentially get new toys too. So it's kind of fun. And I just had said to my husband, just chatting, I said, I don't know why. I just want to buy myself something. Something I don't even need. Not like new clothes or anything. I just want something fun to play with. And he mentioned that he had this as an idea for a Christmas present and then didn't buy it for whatever reason. And I said, ooh, that sounds like fun. And he bought it for me. So I'm hoping I get to play this weekend.
Katie says she's got business labels that are laser engraved on cork.
I know. And that was the main thing that I'm not saying that is going to become an extension of the business. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I thought that would be really cool.
Diana said her husband has one and cork lasers beautifully.
And I just thought that would be a really cool thing. And even
I want to be the laser
I think
operator.
Eric should buy one for
all of us.
I think so too.
My birthday. Hello, Eric.
Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, speaking of, Marlene, would you like to tell us about something special that we're doing for your birthday?
I would.
Marlene has a present for you guys. So I'm gonna let her tell you about that. Do you want to get on camera or do you want me to do it?
No, I want you to do it.
Okay, I'm going to hold it.
This is my giveaway.
Marlene is doing a giveaway,
There's
so
half a yard of the cadet
and
a half a yard of the
linen. There's cork
and a zipper.
And who are we giving this to?
Whoever can guess my age.
And I'm watching, so
wait a
whoever
minute.
says it first.
I'm younger. Wait a minute, am I in?
Oh, shut up.
I'm
She's
younger
older
than
than
Barb.
Jess. She's older than Jess.
I'm younger than Barb.
older than
Jess.
dirt.
Don't be fooled by the white hair.
But don't disregard it either.
Whoever, first person to guess my age.
Ah.
Barb's watching.
I'm watching.
First, okay. Well, Barb's in charge of this.
26.
Oh, Charlie, you're right.
Oh, 66. Nope, sorry,
Nope.
Allison.
Well, apparently being really cute and nice and saying 25 not going to get you anything free. So I guess you have to put your
But it
thinking
makes me
caps
feel
on.
good.
We got a winner.
Already?
Oh,
Nancy Peterson Brooks.
Nancy Peterson.
there she goes.
What was her guess?
64.
64. Nancy, congratulations. That happened real quick. Nancy,
Stop guessing.
I have your address. I'm just going to make a note. Nancy, I have your address already. You, I believe, are in lovely Alaska. Isn't that Nancy? I think. And I will send this to
Can I
you.
hand deliver it? Will you let me bring it?
You can do anything you want.
Where's she live?
In Alaska.
I believe Nancy
Money
lives.
yesterday.
She'll answer. I believe Nancy lives in Alaska. Let's see if I'm right.
Somebody wish me a happy birthday. I misunderstood.
We have 2 winter babies. We have January, we have March. I am not until summer. Oh, and Eric, actually. Eric's January, too.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm surrounded by a lot of winter babies.
Yeah.
I am a summer baby. So, okay. So we did
I
that.
told you and said 59 Sue. What do you think?
Right, Sue. Thank you. Sue, tell Sue to pass that
Well,
on.
it happened real quick, and it's over. You don't have to guess
80. I
anymore.
like that one.
80.
Some,
80.
Thanks a lot.
Nancy won. So, okay. I had nothing to do with this. Marlene did this all on her own. So, let me see. Okay. This is exciting. So, Judy. Is Judy here?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Judy had emailed me a little while ago. I think I mentioned this to you guys, and she had asked if we could do a bigger Lola. So I have been making the big bag smaller, and Judy asked if we could make the little bag bigger. And I 100% was like, yes, because I love this bag, but I cannot fit all my stuff in this bag. So I was like, let's play. So the only requirement that Judy asked for, the only thing she asked was, could the depth of it be 4 inches? She said she wanted it to be a little bit deeper and also bigger. So normally what I do is I pick a percentage. I'm usually 15 to 25% depending on the bag, and I just downsize it. And we kind of just go from there and make little tweaks as we need to. Well, this was a different one. This was a little bit different challenge because 25%, the corners are not going to be deep enough. We would have to double the size to make these corners the right depth, which would have meant the bag would have been giant. We were trying to enlarge, not make it a tote bag, right? So this one was not that it was hard, but it wasn't a cut and dry, add a percentage, go forward. So what I did is I played around, I increased it a little bit, I sewed it up, played with it, see how I felt, played with the corners, and then just kind of kept folding it until I got it to the right size. And that is the size that I came up with. And here is Lola XL. So I think it's a nice size. It's not enormous, but the depth is what helps to get more stuff.
Yeah.
So you can see it's taller. You can see it is wider, and it is definitely a lot deeper. So I was playing with this, and I sent Judy a picture and just said, I was having one of those days, you know, you have one of those like blah days. And I said, if I send Judy an email, she's going to make my day. So I sent her an email and I said, what do you think so far? And the only thing she said was, could you, adjust the height, because the bottom was the same height because of the corners. So I played a little bit, and this is how it ended up. And I love it. And I think I could actually carry this bag. I might have to get rid of a couple things.
Maybe.
But we'll see.
So.
But the top is wax canvas. No, it's not here yet. No.
I was going to say.
It's coming.
You were playing with that.
Well, because if I'm going to get a new product and I need to make samples, I decided to make this, and I felt kind of bad making this. I felt like I was teasing you, but we're not talking about wax canvas today. We're going to talk about it soon.
The truth is, you are teasing them.
Well, I am, but I'm not trying to. So it's unintentional teasing. It's different. So I did do it out of wax canvas. That means I have a sample ready, and as soon as it's here, or as soon as I get a tracking number, we were going to talk about it.
Judy says she loves it.
Yay,
So it's
good.
Perfect.
I put cork on the bottom, cork handles, and I am going to upload this into the group, into the files section a little bit later. There wasn't a ton of changes. It's actually a pretty simple one. There's no templates for this bag, so you don't have to worry. Ignore that. So it's a very easy little one-pager. I'm going to upload that with a picture as soon as we're done, so you guys can have that too. And as it's your bonus for being part of the group that you get these files for free, there's probably going to come a time in the future, probably the near future, where I upload these add-ons for a very small fee, $1, $2, and put them on the website for anyone that's not in our group. It's not meant to be punishment if you're not on Facebook. It's a reward if you're in our group. So if you're on the fence, there's your reason to join. Yes.
Pam wants to know if the middle thing, division thing is still on.
Sure is. Nothing changed. It's still got the recessed zipper. It still has a divider right here. There's your divider. Still has the zippered pocket. Everything has been, there's all the notes on it for all the changes you would need to make. One thing I did want to let you know, and it's written in the changes, but just so you're aware, unfortunately, you cannot do either of these pieces from the 9x27 cork, which the original Lola you could, because it's wider. So you would need to do like an 18x27. That will give you enough for the bottom and the handle, or the top and the handle, or either of these and some extra for another project. I think I talked about this a while ago. When I design things, I keep our cork sizes in mind, and I alter them to kind of go with products that we sell that make sense. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. Like the Liana bag, for instance, if I wanted to put a zippered pocket inside, I would need more zipper, so a yard wouldn't be enough. There's certain times that I just can't make it work and make it functional. This was one of those that it was going to get bigger. I couldn't make it work on those sizes. So you just have to buy more cork if you want cork, and just have extra. Or use your scraps. I know a lot of you have scraps. We have scraps. Not a lot anymore because we've gotten rid of them, but scraps. Yes.
I would like to know if you'll do an 18x27 cork club.
I think it's going to come to that, because you are not the first person that's asked that. And the reason that I said no in the beginning was because I am easily confused. I am 40 outside, but 85 inside, and I can't handle a lot of stuff. But I think I figured out a way to make it so my brain does not explode, and we can do that. So I'm going to work on that soon and try to add that on as an option. One of the other reasons we didn't do that was just because I thought it was going to be very pricey, and it's going to be pricey because they're bigger pieces. But if that is something that you guys are interested in, I can always list it and we can go forward from there. Speaking of Cork Club, this has absolutely nothing to do with anything major. There's nothing wrong. We were planning on Barb and Marlene picking something brand new for April Cork Club, and I just found out yesterday that our last day to order would have been like Monday, because they're on vacation. And I don't know if they mean vacation or quarantine vacation, because he said he usually gives us notification, but it happened really, really soon. Because I was like, shoot, they don't come back until April 7th, which means we will not get it on time. So for April Cork Club, you're still going to get awesome corks. I'm going to try to get something newer. But what we're going to do is in May, you're each going to pick a brand new one. So May, there's your extra incentive if you want to join. May, we will do a Barb pick, a Jess pick, a Marlene pick. So we will have 3 new corks. So I'm going to make that happen for May. So April's going to be awesome, just not a brand new, never seen before. It kind of came as a surprise to me, because I thought, well, that's odd that they didn't mention they were going on vacation. And then his email back was, it happened very suddenly. And I thought, maybe it's not a fun vacation. So we're just going to let them have their moment. Not that I'm aware of, no. I think everything is fine as far as I know, but it might just, who knows? Things happen, and it was just kind of unexpected. So
affect your 80 brain.
Oh no.
Maybe it could be every other month.
It can't do every other month. I can't. It's either got to happen or not happen.
It'll probably get farmed out to people.
If it happens every other month, I will mess it up. I'm just going to let you know that. Okay, so it's either gonna be a yes or a no. We can't do a maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
So Lola, I got that. I'm going to upload that for you guys. I'm getting there. Okay. Now it's time for fun stuff. Well, that was fun, but it's time for product stuff. So, product, I have 2 product reviews for you. I have no idea how I have become a review channel, but here I am.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's been kind of fun. So I want to show you something I already own. I've talked about it very briefly, and I'm going to do a video possibly this weekend to upload to YouTube to really show you, because it's hard to do it on this table and give you an idea. Barb, will you hold that stand?
Yeah, hold the camera.
I'm going to show you my giant t-shirt press. So
Hang on so it doesn't shake.
yes, because it's heavy.
It's her fault.
I'm doing my best.
It's a big, heavy thing.
It's very heavy. Thank you, Marlene. Can you see this? Ish?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. All right. Well,
Well, move it that way.
you want me to? Okay.
There.
I'll hold it up for just a second. So I just wanted to show you guys this. And again, I will do a better video on this. This is something, again, you don't... okay. All right. Can I actually put this down?
Yeah.
It's really, really heavy. So
heavy.
this is not something I'm telling you that you guys all need to run out and buy, but some of you had interest in it. Some of you had asked me about it, and it's something that, it's dusty, that I had never thought that I wanted until I saw someone use it. So this is a t-shirt press. Right here is your little panel that gives you your temperature settings and your time setting. I believe mine is set on 300 degrees, and I do 45 seconds, and I'll tell you why in a second. There's a switch over here and your plug, and you open it right here. And inside are these two, this is metal, but this is like a rubbery kind of mat on the bottom here. And you put your fabric in there, and you close it, and once you close it, the timer starts. And so it does its thing, and then it will beep, so that you know, so you don't have to worry about leaving it and walking away and forgetting whatever you're doing. Thank you, Barb. So what do I use this for? Well, the number one thing that I actually bought this for was for classes that I was doing kits for. And the kits that you buy on our website, we give you the pieces and then you go ahead and do your cutting. Well, I was doing some classes at a show where we had a very limited schedule. We had to be in at a certain time and out at a certain time, but they required a certain bag of mine. And so Marlene actually was the one that went ahead and pressed everything. We figured by getting all the pressing done, you guys know how long it takes to adhere your interfacing. We did all the pressing for them in their kits. So Marlene's job was just to sit there and keep adhering the stuff. What I love about this machine versus an iron is that you get consistent even heat from one edge to the other. This is a 15 by 15, so it has a nice size surface. I don't know what other sizes are available, but this is the one that I got. They might have one that's a little bigger, and they might have one that's a little bit smaller. Don't quote me on that. But my husband actually bought this for me, because I saw this at a local quilt shop when I was teaching. They were renting it out for t-shirt quilts, so that you could do all of that, interfacing, that lightweight interfacing you have to do on all the t-shirts. And I thought, could we use this on bags? Why not? So it was trial and error in figuring out temperatures and times, but I've kind of gotten it figured now. And what I love is that when I do decor bond on here, sometimes when you're heating decor bond, even when you're on the front side with your iron, you get wrinkles. I've showed you how to get them out using your clapper, using some different techniques. This happens a whole lot less. It still happens sometimes, but a whole lot less, because the heat is even. There's no steam. You don't have a steam option. You can always spritz it with water if you wanted to. But I was using this a couple weeks ago when I was prepping for my virtual classes. If you haven't taken one of my virtual classes yet, what you will find out when you do is that I prep every single step that you're going to do in multiples, so that I can say, it starts here, it goes here, it goes here, and I have each piece done over and over. That's a lot of interfacing. It's a lot of time. So I interface yards at a time, and then go ahead and cut it and get it ready. So I don't use this every day. I don't use it, consistently. I use it a few times a year probably. So it's not something that everybody needs. This cost about $200 on Amazon. It's something that if you were ever wondering about it and you have an interest, Shayna, Barb's daughter-in-law, does a ton of t-shirt quilts. This is something that she would benefit from. Yeah. If you make a lot of bags and if you have the space for it, because it's big. I mean, the square itself is 15 by 15 plus the rest of the machine. You need a sturdy table. It's heavy. You need a space for it. And I leave it on a shelf over in the corner. We don't have a great space for it. If you are doing a lot of bags or t-shirt quilts or anything that requires a lot of fusing, it's not a bad gift idea. If you have spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, kids in your life that are like, what can I buy you? I'm not buying you fabric. You know, it's a fun thing. I wish I used it more. I wish I had a better table. This table right now makes me very nervous when I'm here. I usually do it over there on the sturdier tables. But it's just something fun, and I'm glad that I bought it. I feel like I've gotten my money's worth, and I probably should use it more. I just find that I get a much more consistent press, and I like it. Now, if I'm pressing handles, or if I'm pressing giant pieces, it's kind of a pain, because once you open it, you only have so much space, and obviously you can't leave your hand in there while you're trying to shut it. I mean, you can try, that's up to you. But that's the one thing that I don't love about it, so there are certain steps I still use my iron for. I did buy Teflon sheets. They were like $10 that you can put in between the layers to make sure you don't get any fusible on the metal part or on the rubber. I kind of stopped using them because I didn't really feel like I needed them, but if you want to be super careful, you don't want to get any gunk on it, you can use those. So they didn't come with it, but I got it. A friend of mine had asked me where I got it from, because his wife does something crafty. I'm not sure. She doesn't sew, but she does something where she fuses things. And he had asked where I got it from, because the ones she found were like $1,000. I said, I can help you out with that. This was less than 200. So this was the press. I will do a little video and try to get it uploaded onto YouTube soon. I know I say that a lot, and I've been super overwhelmed, and hopefully I will get some more things done this weekend. But this is just my fun little gadget. It was a fun present, and I like it. And Marlene's used it. I don't think Barb's used it yet.
I may have done one or two when we were doing it.
But
not.
it definitely made that job quicker because Marlene was making Emily. It was for the Emily messenger bag. And there's just so many pieces, and I knew they were not going to get it done in a 3-hour class, including all of the sewing and top stitching and all that stuff. So it's
Terry wants to know the brand.
the brand is E Photo Ink. So it's the letter E Photo Ink. I got it on Amazon, and if you guys want, I will link it so that you can click on the link. It's listing right now for $199.99. So just a thing, you don't need it, but some of you might like it, and some of you might never want one of these, but I wanted to show you because I buy a lot of stuff, and I might as well show you what I buy.
Kelly says she's had one for a couple of years, and she just started using it for
I love it. I love it. So, but it is freaking heavy. So if you are fortunate enough to have a space where you don't have to move it all the time, congratulations, because I do not. So, okay. So that was that. Somebody, I think it was Ingrid, had asked a while back, and a couple other people had mentioned it, and I had posted about it, but forgot that not everyone could tell what it was. And they were like, what is that? So that's what it is. So I'll do a better video for you later. So today's second product, I got two for you today. This is something that we will have in stock when it comes in. We only ordered 2 bolts. Relax. They're
knows where we're going.
Oh, boy.
You know what? We'll start using the back of my car. Okay.
It's 2 bolts.
Or the van. We can use the van. You're not using it anymore. You're not traveling.
You can go hang out in there with Eric and Pepe and Alonzo and
Yeah, really.
get a little niche in there.
Why are you guys mean to me?
Yeah, we're just trying to help.
They're cuter.
They're cuter than you.
Well, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
Employees, Alonzo and Pepe.
They're
They're so sweet.
They're so sweet, and they are adorable. So, okay. I'm teaching my husband Spanish so he can talk to them, and then I tell him things and I don't tell him what it actually means. Oh, and then he says it, and Alonzo goes. It's fun. What else? Why else do you need a husband if you can't torment them?
That's true.
So, I mean, if there's other uses for them, I don't know. Okay, so just going to preface this. I probably should have said it before the press, but I'm just reminding you, especially for YouTube, because sometimes they're fussy about this. These are my opinions. These are my words. I was not paid to try out these products. I used my own money out of my own bank account to buy these. I feel the way that I feel, and I am entitled to my opinion. Thank you, YouTube. Just got to make sure they don't think this is not sponsored by anybody.
Nope.
Nobody wants to, unless someone wants to sponsor me, by all means. Then we'll take free product.
Sure.
We will find room for free product. But anyway,
For
so
all of us.
sponsor.
all get
We might all need a sponsor.
There you go.
So, one of the requests, and forgive me because you guys request things and I can't remember who asked for them. So if it was you, shout it out. Let me know that it was you. Somebody had asked about iron-on vinyl. And iron-on vinyl I have worked with before, but it was so long ago that I really don't remember a lot about it. I remember I made a makeup bag, but I don't know where it is now. I probably ruined it and threw it out because that's what happens with makeup bags, or I just have too much makeup.
That's for sure.
That's a whole other topic we don't need to talk about. So what I did is...
a YouTube channel.
I do.
Makeup.
Nobody wants to watch me put on makeup. So I went onto Amazon and I bought some stuff and I tried it out, and I want to show you what I did. We will be carrying 2 of these. They're on order. I don't know when they're coming in, but just to let you know. So I will go over that as we get further in. So what I bought here is I bought the Pellon Vinyl Fuse, this one right here. I bought Heat and Bond, clear iron-on vinyl. They don't have a fancy name, in gloss. And I also bought the Heat and Bond in matte because I don't always like shiny things. You know that with my thread, my dislike of polyester thread. I like certain things shiny. I just don't like other things shiny. So I bought these so I could try them out. And I went ahead and I fused them onto some scraps of Essex linen. And I'll show you what I did and what I liked and what I didn't like. And I sewed them just to see. I sewed them without a Teflon foot to see how they worked on my machine. And that's it. So let's talk about what we have here and what I found. We'll start with the Pellon because it's the oddball here. So the Pellon, I ordered this package on Amazon. It is 2 yards by 15 inches. So it's not super wide. I really wish these companies would at least make things 18 inches. Like at least give me a half yard width, but that's okay. 15 inches by 2 yards. On Amazon, I paid $11.07 for it, so it's $5.54 a yard. The Pellon doesn't have any markings of any kind on the paper. It's pretty simple. You peel it off of the paper backing and fuse it down. There's a sticky side and then the non-sticky side. The Pellon is a little bit heavier than the Heat and Bond. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think this is the one that I used in the past. It sewed fine. It wore wore really well. I don't know that I need something really thick. It's not that thick, but it's got a little bit more substance to it. It ironed on really easily. All of the packages have pretty much the same explanation. Peel it off. They also tell you to pre-wash your fabric. I don't do that. I follow the directions-ish. Kind of. I do my own thing. This is why no one will sponsor me. Because I'm like, I don't like your directions. Yeah. They're pretty much all the same. Preheat, a dry iron to medium heat. I didn't do that. Full heat with steam. Yeah. Listen, if you're here, you're not here for actual information. You're here for my opinion. You place it onto the fabric, sticky side down, smooth with hands, and use the release paper to put in between the iron and the vinyl. Flip the fabric over and iron from the back side as well. This one tells you to hold for 4 seconds. Yeah, I don't do that either. I don't do that. I did some of it. And you can also use it on both sides if you want to. You can do touch-ups. You can wash it. Do not use this for items that children put in their mouth. I don't know what you would make with this that you would want a child to suck on, but don't do that. And you can hand wash it in cold water. Don't put it in the dryer, and don't use fabric softener at all. It's made in the USA. Pellon's a great company. I'm just joking. I do like Pellon products. I just wish it wasn't 15 inches. It's so small. Yeah. But it was great. It ironed on really nicely. I peeled it off. I put it on the fabric. I used the paper, ironed over it. I flipped it over. I ironed from the fabric side. One thing that I will say, and I don't really think this matters, but can you see how the edge is curled? So when you iron it on the fabric side and leave it, it cools a little bit flatter. The edge is kind of rolled. Not a big deal. Might make it a little bit more challenging when you're cutting, but I mean, nothing major. I folded this over 2 times, so I sewed through a few layers. It went through my machine without a Teflon foot, without a problem. It does have a little bit of a stick to it because it's vinyl, but it actually sewed really nicely. I didn't do anything fancy, just used my 1/4-inch foot, and it worked really well. It's not all the way fused to the edges, that's why it's fraying, but it cut really nicely, it fused, and it's stuck. Yeah, it's not coming off. So
Got a couple of comments about Pellon.
Yes.
Terry says she used the product inside a bag and found that it was difficult to turn inside out.
Absolutely.
Probably wouldn't recommend using this product if you were birthing the bag through a pocket. Charlie said he used the Pellon, it was easy to work with. I don't use the bag I used it on, so I can't speak to that. Good job, Charlie.
Good job, Charlie. I can always count on Charlie to be on my wavelength.
And also, Terry said there's another product called Slicker.
Yes, I could not find Slicker on Amazon because Slicker is from Joan of Lazy Girl, and so because it's like a specialty product, I think you have to order it from her website or from one of the distributors, and I just grabbed what I could find on Amazon. If I find Slicker and I can get it somewhere relatively easy, I will do that.
Did you use a vinyl needle?
No.
Regular needle, right?
No, when I test products, I don't do anything I'm supposed to. Because here's the thing, if I tell you that it works when after you do all these 10 steps, that's fine. But if I tell you it also worked for me without doing anything fancy, then I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. So that is how we test things here at So Many Creations. It's not proper. And this is why no one will ever send us free things. But it's okay.
But it's the best way because that's the way most people are going to do it. They're not going to read all the
Exactly.
instructions. They're not going to put a special
Because, no offense to any of you or any of you watching, nothing personal, but if you are anything like me, and I assume some of you must be, you don't always think and say, okay, let me prepare, let me get this foot, this needle, let me do all this stuff. I just kind of randomly do things and see if it works, and if it doesn't, then I change up what I'm doing.
Charlie says it. He says, I'm like you. I can't be bothered to change my life for my sewing. I find sewing that works with my life.
Thank you. See?
Well said.
Thank you. Very well said, Charlie. Yes, always wisdomous. So that was the Pellon. Wisdomous. That's a word. Shush. Okay. Listen, I already told you guys where we're at in the beginning of this. I don't know what to tell you now.
I used the Pellon ages ago and didn't do anything different.
I'm pretty sure that I used the Pellon because I used to have a relationship. I used to be one of their, not designers, they have a program that I was in. And I'm not anymore. It was a 12-step program, something like that. But I'm not part of the program anymore. So, and I do use Pellon products because they're easy to find. And, you know, you can find them in box stores, you can find them at quilt shops. So that's why I do use a lot of Pellon products. And I wanted to try it out. There's nothing wrong with it, but what I find is that this, just like the Pellon version of the fusible tape, is a little bit heavier than the other version. If you've used the light steam tape that we sell and you've tried the orange box of Pellon tape, the Pellon tape and the paper are a little bit heavier. Pellon just seems to do things a little bit beefier in the fusible area, and I don't know why that is. I have no answers for that. So let's go on to Heat and Bond. We will be carrying both of these Heat and Bond products. We will not have the Pellon, but we will have a matte finish and a gloss finish of the Heat and Bond coming in hopefully soon. Yes.
Are we going to sell it prepackaged or by the yard?
You don't let me tell them.
Sorry.
My God.
She said before bolt.
No, I got a bolt of each because there's a couple reasons. On the bolt, I was able to get 24 inches wide.
Oh, that's good.
There's number one, that made me happier. Number two, you don't have to get a pre-specified amount. You can order a half yard, a yard and a half, whatever you need. We're going to try it out. If it sells quick, I'll get more. If it doesn't, you know, we'd like to try things. We can't try everything because they won't let me because they say that we don't have room. Whatever. So,
Since when are we the boss?
sometimes I think you are the boss. So that's the number one. When it comes to the matte finish versus what I paid on Amazon, you will actually be getting a better deal. When it comes to this one, because you guys know Amazon can order things in ways that I can't, this is actually going to be a little bit less in the package, but you can't specify the yardage, and actually this is shorter. So we do have 24-inch wide matte and gloss coming. I get very sidetracked when I'm talking. So let's talk about these. I ordered the Heat and Bond gloss finish. I got a 5-yard roll. If I'm being honest, I didn't pay that much attention. I just found the one I wanted, clicked on it, and bought it. And I ended up getting 5 yards. This is only 17 inches. So this one was 15. This one we bumped up to 17. I still don't understand why it's 17 inches. Just like Deckelville.
Yeah,
Pellon, tell me, what's up with the 17 inches? Can we just get 18?
It's not even a half half a
20?
yard.
I know.
Yeah,
it's so
weird.
bizarre. But these are 17. So I got 5 yards of the gloss. This roll was $21.04, so it's about $4.21 a yard. So I got a pretty good deal on this one. The mat, on the other hand, this is expensive. The mat, I only got 2 yards, 17 inches. It was $18.02, so it was $9 a yard. But that's okay, because, you know, I'm wealthy. I love spending money. No, I like buying things for you guys because you enjoy it, I think. So this one has basically the same information, except this one you hold for 8 seconds.
Oh,
Wow.
Do that.
goodness.
And 4 seconds on the backside. So they give you times for both. I didn't do either of those.
Send little timers with them.
Are you out of your mind?
Push this button. When it's done, then you move the iron.
No. Just don't count. Counting's overrated.
Timer.
It's the same exact thing, except this one does not say you can't put it in your mouth. Just saying. You probably still shouldn't, but whatever. Hand wash it. Don't dry it. It irons on. Do not iron directly on vinyl. We all know that. We're smart. Allow to cool before sewing. It's the same instructions, but it says nothing about children. So apparently you can put this in their mouths. But don't, because then you'll sue me. So I wanted to try them both because gloss is fine. Gloss is standard, but I like matte things. And here's what I found. They're a little bit thinner. So I think if you're putting these on the lining of a bag, if you're lining a tote bag or your wallet or your purse or whatever, this is a lot thinner, and I think it's going to be a little bit easier to turn. Now, these are not interfaced. If you want to interface it and make it really stiff, that's up to you. Depending on my project would kind of depend on if I would interface it or not. Lisa and I at Log Cabin were talking about this yesterday because she has some fabric that already has the vinyl on it, and we were kind of debating, would we interface it? Would we not interface it? Interfacing is going to make it stiffer and harder to turn, but it's going to give it more body. I would say the heat and bond won't be as difficult to interface and turn. The Pellon could get a little rough, and as we already talked about, it's not always easy to birth. So I tried the gloss, I sewed on it. This one worked exactly the same, a little bit lighter. It adhered really nicely. It's not peeling off. I did my job.
On that one either?
I didn't use my Teflon foot. I was being lazy and didn't feel like digging it out, and I wanted to see if I needed it. And it sewed just fine on my 1/4-inch foot. The mat, I really like the mat because the mat, to me, does not scream, I have vinyl on me.
Yeah.
You know, like this, I can tell that you put vinyl on something, and that's fine. We all like different things. That's why this works. I like this. This doesn't bother me as much. Where some of those, I feel like they feel like tablecloths. You know, it's just not the feel I like. I wouldn't mind it inside of something. Outside, I'd be hesitant because of my personal choices. This I don't mind though. The matte is pretty matte. It has a little tiny bit of a gloss to it, a tiny bit because it's vinyl, but I kind of liked it. And I don't remember them having this the last time I used it. Otherwise, I probably would have tried this out. One thing I like about the Heat and Bond, they have a grid on the back. So it's a little bit easier to cut. Oh God.
Charlie, Heat and Bond is perfect for my upcoming line of baby teething pills. Charlie, you gotta come up here and visit sometime.
Oh my God. And this is why I'm here, and this is why I missed you guys. Yes. The first person that puts this in their child's mouth, do not yell at me. I was joking. Charlie and I are joking.
And Katie
So-
Kittingway said, so many creations where we don't care about directions and let kids eat vinyl.
Exactly. That is who we are. In a nutshell, you have that correct. Listen, I don't have children. I don't know what you're supposed to do with them. I don't know what they're supposed to touch and not. I don't know any of this stuff. I have dogs, and currently my dogs are missing teeth. That was another reason why last week was a fiasco. You know, it is what it is. I will do anything for my dogs. I will not do anything for children because I don't have any children. I don't know what you're supposed to do with them. Apparently, you're not allowed to leave them alone for hours at a time, but I can with my dogs, so that's all. Side note, both of my dogs had dental work done last week. One of them currently has no front teeth. And I just keep looking at her, and every time I talk to her, I say, hey, Zoe, is it okay? You need a snack? Because she reminds me of a kindergartner. She has her canines, she has nothing up on the top, and she has 2 teeth off to one side. She looks like a jack-o'-lantern. We don't have dental insurance for the dogs. So. I'm not sure where that came from, but you're welcome. So my personal...
We have a request for Charlie to be a co-host.
Charlie, come on over. Let's have guest co-hosts. I think that would be fun. That would be awesome.
It's only about 3 hours.
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, it's not that far. So
We can go out to eat or something after.
We'll even take it.
we are now going to test products improperly and have guest co-hosts. It's going to be good.
Or we can bring the camera and go down to Charlie.
We can go to
That's right.
Charlie.
Yeah, the
So
water, so we can
Oh, we can go down there.
they're already making the arrangements. We'll
invited?
see you.
Charlie,
Charlie will be there next Friday. So
Yeah, would you welcome us, Charlie? He's not responding.
he's not responding. He left. So we do have Heat and Bond coming. I did like the Heat and Bond better because it was a little bit lighter. They both adhered the same. They both sewed the same. And I will try to make something, like actually physically finish something and make something, and we'll play a little bit more. One thing I also did, because I was waiting for one of you to ask me, surprisingly no one did, can you put it on cork?
Cork.
I don't think that you need to.
put it on cork?
Barb, that's a great question. So I don't think that you need to, but I guess if you want to. So I did.
It's stuck.
It looks like a piece of packing tape. It just, I don't know why, but my brain says you put packing tape on your cork. It's a scrap of cork. I did iron it down. I ironed,
It looks that bad.
I don't know, it just cracks me up because it's probably the width that I cut it and I didn't mean to. It just looks like I have packing tape. I only ironed it on the front side with the paper because the cork is thick and I didn't know if the heat would even get through. But I just did, and I didn't even adhere it for that long. It's on there, like it's not coming off. So sure, if you want to put this on your cork, I guess you can. I wanted to find that out because I knew that Barb would want to know.
Of course.
So that is it. I don't know why you guys come back week after week, but here you are and here we are. So one little thing, I don't know if this will be next week's topic. Actually, no, I already know what next week's topic is. Never mind. So maybe the week after, because I'm waiting. Yeah. Next week, we're going to talk about rivets again, because you guys had asked for it. We did it once, but I think that was the video when it was raining out and the quality was not fantastic. So we are going to talk about rivets again next week. Hopefully, the week after, I want to talk about edge paint. And the reason I can't talk to you about edge paint yet is because I'm still waiting for one product to come in that has been out of stock everywhere. I ended up finding it in Canada. I don't know when it's going to get here, so that's where I'm at with edge paint. As of today, I don't think we're going to carry edge paint, but I am happy to test it out and see for some of you. I ordered 2 different brands, and I ordered a couple different tools for applying it and some different, base. They have different bases. So I'm waiting for one product to still come in. Hopefully it comes in sooner rather than later, and that will be a topic. I also ordered some leather punches, which I have opinions on already, but we'll talk about those probably next week with the rivets.
Yeah, you want to hear Charlie's comment on that? He hasn't said anything about us coming to visit.
Of course he hasn't.
He's ignoring that, but he says, another riveting episode. I can't wait. All the episodes are riveting. Obvious.
Charlie, does your husband know you're this funny?
Yeah, really.
I really hope that he does. So I think for the moment, and those are, excuse me, I think those are the remainder of the topics that I have at this very moment. I'm joking. I'm fine. If you want me to try out something else, if you want me to order another product just for fun, it needs to be bag related, sewing related, but it doesn't necessarily have to be something that I will carry because these are just kind of fun. It gives me fun things to do. Next week we'll talk about rivets. I will bring my rivet setter and all of my cutting tools and we will go over rivets again. How many times can I say rivets? And I'm hopefully going to upload some videos to YouTube this weekend. I'm going to try. I've been behind because of that man out there that keeps making me work for him. So, do we have any more questions?
No, but
I can't imagine.
You're a great way to kick off the weekend. That's why they keep coming
Well,
back.
thank you. Thank you. And to all of you that left me sad faces and poop emojis and told me how sad you were that we weren't here last week, so were we. This is our Friday. We look forward to it. So, yeah.
Tangentially bag related, like, what is your favorite cocktail shaker?
I don't
Grommets too.
I don't drink. So,
She doesn't drink.
often. No, I haven't had anything to drink since last July. Just
Really?
really. I swear to God.
We
I
need to
gotta
bring
stop
her a
at the
bottle.
wine store on the way home because I go
Day.
through so much.
Jeez,
No.
she goes through a lot of
I really.
wines.
I'm normally
I like
like
my
this.
wine.
I don't need alcohol. So, yeah,
Me
if
neither.
you do think of other things that you would like us to try out, or as I mentioned, we are going to revisit some things just because we have new people here and things change sometimes. I want to talk about some more hardware again. And yes, grommets are on my list. Don't you worry. And yeah, you have another question
A
for me.
request for you is somebody's been debating.
To shut up.
No, has been debating on a laser engraver, so make sure you play around with yours and let us know.
Yes, I'm so looking forward to playing around with it. And I'm hoping that it's easy enough that I can get the hang of it real soon and show you guys. Hopefully, because if it's super difficult, I'm not going to want to use it. It's the same way I feel about embroidery machines. I will use it. I will love it, but it has to be Jessica friendly. And if it's not, I'm just going to get annoyed. So we'll see if my husband did a good job in his purchase. It's right there. I can see the box. I want to open it so bad.
Is that the box over
It's
there?
the box right there, yes. So hopefully this weekend I will be playing. Other than that, I am working on lots of new stuff. Be careful. Wait.
Shelly says, wine's gotten me through COVID. And Rebecca responds with, please do a show a little tipsy.
No. Listen, y'all think I talk a lot now? I don't shut up when I'm drinking. It's bad. It's really bad. Yeah, it's bad. I have actually had people ask me to go away when I was drunk because I wouldn't stop talking to them. I got a bartender's ear once, and he was like, who are you here with? Can you leave, please? Why are you asking me what my children's names are? I'm like, I don't know, because I'm
more
bored.
question.
Yes.
How is the group bag design coming along?
Oh my God, I forgot to talk about that today. We'll talk about that next week because I haven't started the design part yet, but I'm writing a note. That's why I'm not looking at you guys. I forgot. See, I got distracted.
See? Thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Pam. I have not started designing it yet. I have gathered a lot of information. I will go over that with you guys next week. I may throw some more questions out there. I don't know. You guys are awesome. Thank you if you participated. And if you haven't, the polls are still up. So if you want to, you just click on the option that you like. One thing, and I'm not picking on anybody, but you guys make me laugh sometimes. I was probably not super clear in how I asked the questions, and I can tell that by some of the responses. When I was asking about the shape of the bag, some of you thought I meant the size. And so what I was saying was, and I saw this in another group a while ago, some people like bags that are shorter than they are wide. They like it more this way. Some people like taller, thinner bags. That was my question, and I didn't clearly ask it. So there was an option added that said taller and wider. And I was like, you can't be taller than you are wide and wider than you are tall at the same time. So I was laughing hysterically because so many of you clicked that option, and I was like, it's not what I meant. It was really funny. So you guys are really funny, and you're awesome, and thank you for participating. And yes, I did ask if anybody wanted 0 pockets. Sorry, Melody, that was not a joke. I really was curious if anybody wanted 0 pockets. So I am going to gather information. If you haven't voted, go and vote, put your 2 cents in, and then we will start to design something that will be some of our perfect bag. Some of us it will not be, but for some of us it might be. Yeah. And someone said, take all the loser options and also make those into a bag. And I think that would be fun too. So we're going to work on that. We will start next week. Be careful. Thursday is April 1st. Don't let people fool you. We will be back on April 2nd, which is Friday. And that's it. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you learned something today. Be nice to each other. Post pretty things in the group, and have a great weekend.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.